There you go. We are starting, guys. We are starting with the last series of the day, and really important. What is this Leary versus Doubt? Stop, Mem, with the fails. Oh my god. Well, it's not Leary versus Doubt. The Viper versus TheMax. Look how close they are. Look how close they are.
Very close.
The Viper versus TheMax. Yeah. Yellow and blue, and they are super close, man. This is crazy.
That's within
man.
one screen almost. Yeah, that's insane. And the main goal too for Max is on that hill in front. That looks very sketchy to me. All his goals are forward.
But you know what?
You know, obviously, yeah.
This can't be bad for Viper because he's going directly for the lane. Look where he's going with the eagle.
Yeah, definitely looking around the map for sure. Yeah, for an early lane, that's unfortunate. You always don't know where your enemy is. But from a map perspective, like if you look at this map, like if you look at Max's golds, all three of them are forward and open. And Viper's got all three of his golds behind his base. That's a very unfortunate spawn for Max's base. But yeah, and Viper is going to find his base right here, I think.
Yeah. I think if you notice, if he see some of the resources, and also there is some extra deals. If he explore properly, he know. But he's going right away. Yeah, and he's finding right now. Yeah,
oh, yeah. He knows it. He knows it right now. Yeah.
Yeah. Perfect.
Down the TC. Oh, okay. He's gonna get a shot. Just a couple shots. 3 arrows. Isn't bad. And I think Viper is doing something very similar to Hera, picking a strong civ at the start, trying to put your opponent on their back heel. And I think that's a very good idea anytime you're starting a new round against an opponent. You want to make them, a little intimidated, and this is Aztecs on an open map like Arabia is definitely a way to do that.
So
and Max just had a zebra go back there.
Oh wow! So the psychological factor, do you think, is also really important in these kind of matchups?
Absolutely. If you're at a high level and someone just destroys you the first game, you're going to play a little bit more defensive and a little bit less aggressive in the future games, which is something that you don't want to change your behavior for. Especially not in the best of 5 series. And right now, Max is getting that zebra, but it's been super annoying. Like, you look at that, it's the second time, and that zebra's kind of off to the side now, and it went back again.
Oh,
so
it went back again.
That's really unfortunate, because Max isn't scouting, right? He's not scouting his opponent's base, and he's trying to get the extra food, but that one wood tile by his TC is really making that luring tough to do. And with that forward gold, I'm actually kind of nervous for Max right now. I think he is doing a barracks, though, so...
Okay, yeah, but when you are not gathering any information, at this point he should have already eat 2 Sevras, probably.
Yeah, absolutely. And on top of that, too, it's... Even if you drush, you got to know where your opponent is, and he doesn't know that right now. So it's a bit of a blind, fast drush. So he is going to scout his opponent right now, but it looks like he's doing the same thing Viper did, and assuming he's crossed the map diagonally, or straight down, or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
At the same time, it looks like Viper is only 3 on wood. So Viper's probably doing some sort of mend-arms strategy, I'm going to suspect.
Man, look.
Not doing it.
I mean, he didn't find the elephant. Look at the other elephant for Viper. He's in the black area.
Oh,
look at the elephant. He don't see that. He doesn't see that elephant.
The 2 sheep too. Oh,
and he's missing now the 2 goats. Okay. And look at now. And now he find it.
Yeah.
He see now.
Oh wow, good.
Because this is really late. This is really late luring for the second one, right?
Like, it is absolutely, and yeah. It looks like because he didn't run out of food underneath the TC, it'll slow him down a little bit, but I don't think it'll cause him too many problems.
Yeah.
And it looks like he is still luring the ostriches right now as well. So, and I think that's a good idea. He's already found his enemy base. He sees that brutal forward gold. He's trying to get some more resources here and go up pretty fast. And I'm going to suspect men-at-arms, but we'll see, I guess. We'll see really soon.
Oh my god, but the
Max...
The same problem, Chris.
Yeah, that drush,
look
where that drush is going. That drush is just going to the wrong side of the map. This is super unfortunate for him. But that's what happens when your zebra goes back twice, is he was like, I just wanted some more food, but I don't know where my opponent's base is. So now he sees that 4 pile of gold, so he knows Viper's near there. So that's why he changed direction, which is good. But definitely... Yeah, he found it, but Viper's had about a minute of no militia attacking because of that slower find.
Yeah, this is what you want to avoid. This is what you want to avoid in this situation. Go, Chris.
Yeah, and so it looks like Viper is on gold now, 1 villager. And it's tough to say. He might build a mining camp there, or he might just grab, enough for 1 or 2 more. He is building the militia, so he is going men-at-arms. And that's going to be hard for Max, because you look at his forward gold there on that hill, and the berries are there. I mean, if they try to militia trade, if Viper goes to Max and Max goes to Viper. Although he might get that gold bill if he sees it. I don't think he sees it, though. Yeah, he doesn't. Oh, he sees it just barely. Yeah, just kind of walked by. But even the berries, that's a good spot to hit, too. He's trying to wall in the front of his base, and we're seeing the berries come in right now.
Okay, well,
he is blocking, which is good. Yeah, he's getting a vill. Got 1 vill.
Oh, there you go. 1 villager down.
Good, but he might lose one on his gold.
Another!
Yeah,
and another one! Whoa! Wow, and this with a late time.
Oh, no, looks like Viper saved it. And Viper just killed the vill of Max's. Yeah, Viper just killed the vill of Max's as well on his base. Oh, is he gonna wall it? The vills are bugged. Oh,
he can't
boy.
wall, man. I can't believe this, man. I can't believe this.
Oh.
Man, delete the palisade. He's not... What? He can't even move that there. He can't click.
It's funny.
He can't click. He can't just click with those civilians. Crazy stuff, man.
And he didn't get the vill either, and he lost his scout and some militia HP, and he had to delete his mining camp. I think he's in a lot of trouble right here. Oh, Viper took a nice TC shot though. That did some damage, and he might get another one. Okay, maybe not.
He has to delete the mining camp.
It's looking dangerous.
He needed to delete the
mining
mining
camp. Yeah, that's pretty brutal.
That was really unfortunate. But TheMax, even like that, just look at the damage he could have done. He is still ahead in the list. Well, now they save, it's crazy. It's crazy how small things can change completely a game. Seriously.
It is. So those 4 4 men-at-arms and 1 eagle. I mean, they probably able to get that Berriesville. Like, that's very sketchy. Hard to deal with that without gold, right? Because Max is building a stable, and you're going to need, 6 scouts to deal with that, or 5 scouts, which is not something he can afford in the near term here. Wow. Whereas Viper's just dropping an archery range to build an archer or 2 to deal with the militia. And they're low HP too, so they're not really that concerning. Ooh.
But man, now TheMax is, I mean, this is not a mistake from TheMax. The other was unfortunate, but now he's open all the time and is losing a lot here. Why he didn't wall, I don't know. He's gonna lose a villager. He lost another villager. He's losing everything. What's going on?
That was unfortunate for sure. That's very painful, losing a couple villagers there and all the idle time associated with that. But he did clean it up. I do think Viper should have grabbed a vill or 2 off to the side and then kind of retreated a little bit, and I think Max probably should have walled that out before it got there. But hard to do that on the fly for both players, I'm sure.
Yeah, okay, well, he's still, I mean, Viper has 0 army, but he has now much smoother economy with the Aztecs, Mr. Chris.
Absolutely. I mean, Max does have 12 on food, and Viper has 13, so it's not terribly different. But Viper is slowly walling in his base as well, and it does look like, that Aztec economy will kick in pretty soon here. He's grabbing some zebras as well. So he's obviously just trying to go to Castle Age, I think. Building a couple archers and spears, and he'll probably slowly close off this one side in the middle there. And Max is doing some scouts here. Let's see if they can get in and do some damage.
I mean, the scouts is probably
second spear there.
Chris. The scouts is probably a strategy he didn't want to do, but he had to. He was forced to do because he deleted the mining camp, and then he has nothing to really deal with the Viper army. But still, Max keep going. Now he's gonna try to make some walls in those berries, and he's doing fast walls. It's only 2 scouts, so he's just trying to force some idle time.
Yeah, and 2 scouts. One's on half HP. I mean, you could almost ignore him and just fight back with the vills and use that 1 spear to hold on. But it does make it a little easier if you don't have to, if you can just wall them out.
Okay, he's going now.
Yeah, it looks like Max is going to go around there. Yeah, he's going around. Which is what you want to do. You want to run away from the spears, kind of split them up a bit. Max might see that vill on the far left with his scout when it comes in. The Waller vill, maybe. Good micro from both of them. Viper trying to get the scouts. Max trying to keep them alive and keep Viper busy. Okay, that scout did miss the villager on the left just because it went way down to the edge of the map.
He did the blast with just at the edge of the map. It's crazy. And probably he's gonna go. He's coming with many scouts. He's doing much more army than what I expected. But maybe the last scout is gonna see it. I think he will see it now. That no, man, he got all the lag, man. All the lag that Max is not getting, the Viper is getting. What the hell? Look at that. It's incredible.
It happens,
Seriously.
It happens to everyone, though.
Yeah.
And hopefully you'll see that reverse too. I mean, it doesn't matter who you are. Every now and then you'll get some brutal surprise that happens. So, and he's just retreating with the scouts there. Makes sense. It looks like looks like a castle time is going to be a little faster for Viper because. Ooh, Max is going full feudal. You see his getting the blacksmith upgrades, fletching, and scale barding armor. I did not expect scale barding armor, but I did expect fletching. But that means he's definitely going all in here, which is not what I expected at all.
But to be honest, he probably feel that it's not a smooth game to fight against Viper. Now he's taking that village. He's gonna take the spear, maybe. He's taking that village for sure. Now Viper cannot save it, or he will. What? Take the scout, and no, he didn't take it. Okay. But 2 scouts lost it. Ay.
For that, yeah, I think that probably wasn't worth it at this point, because you need the scouts to fight back and to go to the next stage.
Oh, and he's open at home. He's open at home, Chris. Look at this open at home. Now he's trying to wall a little bit. He's walling again. Well, at least he's only losing 1 village, but now he needs to move those. He's gonna lose another. 2 villages down. This is looking so bad for the Max.
Yep, and even though Max is in Viper's base, I would say, you know what, like, you might do a small amount of damage, but Viper's going up, and he's also in your base, just doing damage. Looking very sketchy for Max right here.
Well, at least he's taking the gold.
He is taking the gold there, yeah.
Well, no gold for Viper now. Going up to Castle, but no gold at all.
True. But he's got the TC, and he can easily drop a skirm or 2 or something like that. And he's building a mining camp at the top there.
Okay, he can see that goal, the Max. No, come on. He cannot see the goal.
Right here.
He's gonna find now. I think he will. 1 village down. Now he's thinking he can see the mining camp. He's gonna take another village. Well, now he's doing some good damage, and the Max is ahead in villages also. But the Viper is on the way to Castle Age.
Yeah, and what's Viper doing in Castle Age? Because he hasn't built another production building yet, so hard to say. Is it going to be Eagles? Well, he's got 1 barracks only, so not sure yet. Probably Eagles.
He's going to catch up the village now, and there's no army. Nah, but there's
hole in Max's base there.
Oh my God!
Just got stuck through the houses there, going right for the wood pile, and that's 4 archers and 2 eagles. That's a tough army to deal with. Max is building a scout to try and deal with it, but
I mean, against Viper, Chris, it's hard to win, but with this many, let's say, well, unfortunate situation and also mistakes, it's almost impossible now. Man,
I think it's very difficult at this point. Yeah, I mean, and definitely, Aztecs are extremely strong on their own. Then you add the Viper factor to it, and then you also add that Max has just these brutal gold piles. Makes it a really tough game for sure for Max here. But he's doing surprisingly well. He's killing a few more vills on Viper's base there. His gold.
He's still attacking, man. He's still really attacking. He has 4 villages more army. Viper doesn't have anything at all. Is he gonna keep going full feudal? Then he's going full archers.
Definitely not bad. I mean, Eagles will clean that up, but definitely not bad.
Eagle Warriors is the problem. I mean, now with Eagle Warriors coming, it's gonna be so complicated. He needs to fully wall himself. I mean, if he's not walling completely himself, and this is what he's doing right now, walling absolutely everything, hopefully, but he didn't wall the hole at the back, right? No, and he's open completely.
No, the house is still a hole, absolutely. And that wood is killing me. You see his wood pile there? Villagers walking 4 or 5 tiles? Like, ooh. That needs another lumber pit for sure.
Chris, the problem is that he's gonna wall that wood line till the edge of the map, but the problem is that there's a hole in the house.
I know. That hole on the left on the house, that could be, Oh, he might see it here. He's sending a Vill out.
He's going, I think.
We'll see.
He's going.
Oh.
He's here or not? No!
Oh, he thought...
No!
He didn't see it because he thought it was the hole in the top left.
Yeah, exactly.
He was checking it. The smart check, but you always gotta check those walls. But yeah, he didn't catch it, so...
Well, that's disaster, because now the Max is about to go Castle Age. He still have 7 villains more, but look at the Eagles. The Eagles are going directly to the hole. He's on the way to Castle Age. He's on the way to Castle Age, and the Eagles are going to go in. I can't believe that really he do not notice that. Seriously.
Oh, he just... did you see it just there? Yeah, you just seen it.
Yeah, well, sorry, Chris, but I have to play one video here right now, a Titanic Effect. I don't know if you know which one it is, but I'm playing this right now.
Of course.
No, but Wall, why he's not walling that hole? I mean, he's, well, staying at home on the right side. The Titanic is there for sure, but I don't know.
He managed to wall it out. I'm actually kind of impressed by that. That was 8 houses, or 10 houses. Like, holy crap! That's a lot to wall at once. Oh, gotta wall the bottom. He's doing it too. Okay, the one 2 HP skirm might hit that bell.
My question, Chris, my question here is, after all this mess that it was looking so good for the Viper, he's gonna reach Castle Age the Max with 4 villains more and some decent army. He's doing second barrack, I think, and doing a standard infantry with the Malians, which is good because they get extra pierce armor, so he can do the job.
I don't know, and that siege shop's coming in hot too, so... But maybe I'm really worried about Viper getting into that economy on the right there, that palisade wall, and the the attacks on the left. It's too many spots. So hopefully Max sees that 100 HP palisade wall. Ooh, 50 HP. Come on, see it, Max, see it. Oh, you're so close. Oh no. So as you can see on the right there, Viper just got in.
In the woodland. In the woodland, when now he has the long swords. Come on, the Max, the multitasking. He's so many spots, and at the end, he's gonna lose the game when he was doing great defending properly. Those long swords are going to deal properly, but you need to be... Well, it's so difficult. At this point, it's so difficult, right, Chris?
So many spots, absolutely. This is one of those things where it gets complicated, in Age of Empires, when you get... 4 different, it's attacking on the left side of that house, top at your house there. There's also on the right, and then at the bottom. So 4 spots. And we're seeing the siege come in there and hit those longswords, get a couple good shots to them, and the monks come in as well. So, question is it going to be enough longswords to deal with the monks in the siege? And we'll see. It's tough to say.
Viper is attacking in all fronts, like in forward, on the left, on the right, in the north, all over, man. Really all over. He's gonna make a siege war so, but he's gonna destroy that house. 2 more eagles will be there. He still have the long swords. 6 villages ahead, 5 army more, and the most important, in my opinion, I don't know what you think. The Viper got 3 town centers already. Oh, but the Max is attacking with crossbows. He's attacking with crossbows on his base.
It's a very good counterattack. I'm definitely a fan of that. But the Eagles will probably clear these out. 7 Eagles? 8 Eagles? Yeah. So, especially because they don't have Bodkin Arrow. GG. Yeah, that's the GG called.
I mean, to be honest, incredible that he held 30 minutes after the disaster from the start.
I agree. That was very well played by both sides.
Yeah, well, it's a pity. It was really, really unfortunate. He couldn't... I think he couldn't click in that goal because the palisade was so close, and the graphic, the animation, sometimes you can't click with the mouse, man, and he couldn't palisade.
Yep.
Really, he lost.
He thought he hit it too. Yeah, he thought he hit that palisade, and then he was just microing his forward army to kill Vils. And if it had closed that, it would have done such good damage.
Yeah, well, it was crazy. Well, it was really, really unfortunate, to be honest. But well.
Yeah, and I think the 2 zebras at the start kind of threw him off a bit. I mean, when your start goes a little rough and you're playing against Aztecs, it's a tough game. That's right from the start. So,
okay, let's go and analyze the statistics. That was the Viper taking the first game, and gonna check how it went in total. But we know because there was so many small things that 5 unit kills more, largest army, obviously super cheap. Incredible how he managed the economy with more food and more wood, but the goal belonged to the Viper 1000 more, going for game number 2. Game number two, we are getting there, and hopefully that now, without any problems, Viper versus TheMax. Chris with me, Civilizations. Mr. Chris, thank you for joining me as a blue TheMax and as a yellow TheViper on the left, and we have Byzantines versus China.
Wow, yeah, that's a matchup I wasn't expecting. Byzantines this early are definitely an interesting pick. The maps are very open, so if you can get a lot of trash units out, they are a strong civ, but they don't really have the early economy bonuses, so it's tough to say. Max with Chinese, I mean, that's a pretty common earlier pick, just because you have the extra villagers. If we look at this map, seems like Max at least has one back gold, but that main gold's pretty forward. At least it's flat this time, so you can TC it. And if you look at Viper, he has his main gold's pretty forward too. And it's on an awkward hill, so I think it's pretty similar for the maps here. The only one thing I'd say about Max's map is that wood is a little far away. But same with Viper, I guess. They both have a bit of far away wood.
The wood for the custom, this is a custom map that has been done by Krasini, Chris, and to let you know, the wood is on purpose farther all the time, you know, a little bit smaller, and the elephants or rhinos has to be on a side or at the back. It's like a must, you know. You are not gonna see almost never a really close wood to the town center.
And that's good. I mean, it looks like this one looks like I would call it a pretty fair map generation. Like you've got very equal. Some of your resources are kind of forward. Some of them are a little open. It's not too easy for either player to pull wall. Maybe they can do some small walls, and I'm happy to see that.
Yeah,
a game like this.
Well, you remember back in the days, those desertical Arabia where you check the wood, and when you're gonna make the lumber camp, you notice that there's more water than wood. The oasis, right?
Yeah,
like,
that's right.
You remember those times, huh?
Of course. You could never forget. I mean, you sometimes on occasion would win or lose games because of that. So I'm happy to see it's closer for sure. And Max had a successful zebra lure this time, which is good, right off the first try. And looking at Viper's base here, he's got 4 on wood. What's he going in here for here? Is that a house? Yeah, house. So kind of the small walls for using the house for that. Is he going to build a mill? Yeah, he is. So he's not going for the fast rush. And if we look at Max here, same idea. He's starting to wall there with that one build for houses.
If you check, Chris,
ooh, he's trying to lay him a bill.
I'm kidding. He's killing.
He'll get it.
Oh,
he'll get it.
Got it. I'm sorry to say this. I'm happy, man, because he's always saving the villains, man. I mean, he's not human. He saves all the time, man. Come on. I mean, you have to lose some. And now he's going to lay him also to goats. Oh, this is good now for TheMax. Really good.
Yeah, that was very well played there. So
in the previous game, sorry, if you think everything went completely terrible for TheMax, the looting for the servers, deleting the money, I mean, everything was wrong from the first minute. Incredible. Now seems to be different, which is good because we want a longer series for sure. I want to see great games because the previous one was unfortunate, to be honest, and we couldn't see a really potential huge battles, right?
Yeah, it's definitely a bit lopsided the first game, and I think it's always tough to deal with Aztecs no matter what civ you are, but in a situation like that and playing against Viper, I mean, those are things that make that even tougher, I would say. But it looks like Max is doing really good here, I would say, and see, what strategy are they doing here? No barracks yet.
I don't know. What do you think? I mean,
yeah,
China...
both looking at feudal age. Yeah, I think they're both going feudal age.
Okay, overall, what civilization you prefer if you're looking in Middle Castle, late Imp? Byzantines or Chinese?
So it's one of those things where China is a really good civ, but if you can get that early early castle age trash units out, like camels or pikemen or skirms or whatever it is, and if it's an open map, you can really do a lot of damage. So you might take that early edge, and you also can go to Imp earlier as Byzantines. So, I'm going to say it's not that clear cut. It's definitely not that clear cut. If it was a 100% closed map and you were booming to Imp or something, I would prefer Chinese for sure. But on an open Arabia, you know what? We'll see.
Yeah, Byzantines has so many possibilities. The camels are not the best, but they are super cheap as well. Skimmishes cheap completely too. The transition to imp is really cheap also. So I think people underestimate Byzantines.
Absolutely, they're very strong civ, and I think the other thing too is that we had a lot of closed Arabia for a while. You know, from what I've heard about the latter, is that it was a much more closed map. And if you have a closed map, you don't necessarily want Byzantines because you're not doing mass skirms, pikes or camels that often. But in a map like this, if you're fighting your opponent and if it's open enough to do damage, those units are awesome, especially because they're so cheap. And we can see, look here, Max is doing a men-at-arm rush here, and looks like Viper's just going straight to feudal, kind of trying to wall the left side here. So we'll see if that men-at-arm rush can get in and do some damage.
Okay, he's taking this.
And
the scout. Has to be careful. Go, go, go.
Yeah, scout war there in the middle. Yep.
Yeah, but he's
you
gonna be
want to keep
faster.
your scout alive.
He's gonna be faster in feudal age, and the damage he did with this scout is worthy for sure for the Max, gathering information, delaying a little bit Viper, and Viper, well, Viper didn't explore anything at all. He knows the main goal, but nothing else, and he doesn't know anything about plans from the Max, and the Max is coming with China. This is not really the common strategy. Men-at-arms.
Yeah, definitely, and I'm really surprised to see Viper's economy here. That's a lot of food for a skirm build. Definitely more than I expected. Usually you have, you up a little earlier and you have a little more wood. But he is going to kill Max's scout.
It's a little bit unbalanced.
That's a good thing to do.
It's a little bit unbalanced.
No, it's okay. I'm not saying it's not necessarily bad. I think he gathered the zebras, right, and the ostriches, which is it helps you get quicker to castle age. But you're probably not making any more units because he just spotted the men-at-arms. Did he see it? Is he going to quick wall his wood? We're going to see here in a second. Is that if he didn't notice that because he was focused on the scout war?
I think he didn't notice. No.
Yeah, he didn't, but he's got town watch as Byzantine, so he might see this and be able to react in time.
That's true. The men-at-arms are there. I think there's a hole. No, it's not a hole. He never get holes in this situation. Town watch for free. I mean, Byzantines is amazing in this kind of map. Honestly, I really like them.
The town watch definitely helped there. I mean, it might have been tougher to react in time. He still might have, but definitely helped.
Okay, well, going for the men-at-arms. Thank you everyone for the support. Go, 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 amigos, go, go, go. Let's make Age of Empires the best game ever. Well, I think it is already, They don't need to make it, but still, we need to make it even better, Mr. Chris. With almost, well, on the way to 7,000 viewers, Chris. So, not bad, man. Not bad, we're getting there.
Awesome.
But now, the Viper is not fully walled, but most likely. What the next should be from the Max to make the damage? He did an archery range. And his economy...
He has one.
Wow.
Yeah.
His economy is looking great.
It is. And that's the extra Chinese villagers. I mean, and I really hope he's walling that bottom part. And that's what I was about to say, is finish the wall. And also make sure you check your wood pile, Max. But if he goes up quicker and goes ranged units, like that's very powerful. I mean, you see Viper's economy, he had to do all those houses all over the place, which slowed him down for farms. And is making it so he's probably going to hit castle age later than Maxwell, I think.
Because look, Chris, what the Max is doing. He has one archer, so in case that Viper is coming, mind game think, okay, he has a lot of farm inside. One archer. No, is that the purpose? I'm asking.
Yeah, well, if I were him, I would probably make a couple more archers, but it's
one only.
He might be going. He might be doing a trick. So this could be a complete trick where you pretend you're going archers. Viper sees that and goes skirms, and maybe you just build 2 stables and go mass knights.
Wow!
And just surprise the crap out of him. It could be. Let's see.
Did you watch yesterday? Did you watch yesterday Dowd Leary last game?
I watched some of the games. Not all of them, but yeah, I watched some of them.
I mean, he did two stables inside behind the walls, full scout with bloodlines, exciting. But look at the transition for the Max to Castle Age. Chris, 18 minutes. Not bad.
Yeah, it's huge. Whoa. That's what I mean. That was a very well planned out play. Is men-at-arms to keep him busy, and I liked how he ran around with them too. It's just distract as long as possible,
Chris,
and then just go to Castle Age.
He's going forward with ability. He's gonna go forward to push the siege.
Is he? Where?
Look at on the right side. Look at that villager. Coin
Oh, jeez, he is.
forward with the Villier, man. There's a lion.
And the
he need to
stable's
bring-
behind. And the stables are behind, so Viper won't see them.
Oh,
I
well.
like that. That's a really smart strategy.
Yeah, man.
Viper's got
But-
9
but-
skirmishers. Yeah.
Well, and he's mining now goal. Viper, honestly, I mean, what Viper can do in this situation? Seriously.
So that's the thing. If Viper doesn't see it, he could be in for a very big surprise when Max hits up way earlier, and these 9 skirmishers are not really worth anything because there's no archers around. So very sneaky strategy by Max here. I really like the foresight on his planning here. Now I'm just hoping that villager doesn't go too close to get spotted. Just if you hide that villager and hide the stable. I mean, there's only one stable. I think he needs a second stable. But if you hide that long enough, wait till Viper attacks you with his skirms and just clean them up and then go offensive. He could do really well here.
Skill bar in armor. Will you go now 1 TC push? Because this situation... Pwah.
Oh yeah, if you're surprising someone like this, you go all out. That's the plan, right? You don't leave any stone unturned.
Chris, check the max map. He's still open at the back. Be careful,
oh no,
man.
he didn't catch the wood. Yeah, so you always gotta check. You always gotta check when you have a fully walled. Try and send a villa outside. If it has a way out, it'll try and go there. Oh, he's checking it right now.
What?
Look at that, Max.
What the hell?
Yeah, Max is checking it. Good.
Good timing.
I'm happy to see that.
Good timing. Yes.
Yeah. So you always want to do that, and most top players will do it. It's just you gotta have enough time to think of it. So that's good. He did delete his wall here. I think he should just build a gate.
Yeah.
Oh, Viper just seen the knight though. That's unfortunate.
But why he deleted, just make it... Well, anyway, he was doing already a stables. Double stable, monastery siege wars up, and then my question is... Viper is on the way to castle. He was looking like so far away, and look how you guys manage the economy. Because I'm not gonna tell them, you as well. Look at how he just catch up, and now 21-minute castle age. Unbelievable.
Yeah, and I'm actually a little concerned for Max now. I was hoping for the surprise. But 2 stables going camels against one stable, 1 monk shop, one monastery, and 1 siege shop is probably easy to defend with Byzantines because those units are so cheap. Yep. So, I mean, it still might cause some damage. It might cause some headaches for Viper here, and maybe Max can also, do some damage, put some TCs behind it. Who knows? And you see that first Scorpion too. Scorpion, Mangonel, Knight up at the top there. Yeah. And he's running out with that 1 Knight, just being annoying. It's good.
Hey, but he's keeping all that army for 1 night out of position. Now he's doing the siege. And like you said, he can still add TCs. He's doing a town center in the goal, China economy. And I mean, if he's going to be able to defend, I don't know, but he should really be able to defend properly. He got 3 archers just to deal with the spear. And now the woodland is really exposed. So he has to move, doing another lumber camp that is also exposed. Still, this is a good position for the Max, doing bozo, gold mine and upgrade. Wow, it's looking smooth gameplay.
He's gonna get in there, and that little hill might help quite a bit. And you see Viper immediately making camels, and that's the smart play right here. Because if you get 6 camels or 10 camels, like it's very easy to wipe that army. But it takes a while to build those too, so we'll see. And he does have monks with this army, which is good, and he did upgrade crossbow just now as well. A little surprised to see that.
Look at the Viper, he's going forward. He's going forward to make probably a TC on the goal. He has the resources, but he's pushing the town center. He got crossbows, he got knights, siege, monks. Well, if he played probably with a good micro, he got the military to counter pretty much everything that Viper got at the moment.
Absolutely. It's going to be a tough call here with these 2 stables. He's got garrison camels and garrison scouts. And there's 2 monks there and a couple archers and knights. And very fortunately, Viper didn't get spotted with that front TC. Those two knights could have done some damage there for sure, with just 2 spears. But he is pushing quite well here. Definitely causing some headaches for Viper.
How many
Max
villas?
is adding the 3rd TC at home.
Okay. I wanted to ask you, how many villas has right now Viper idle? Well, now 6 because it is with the town center, but for a while, without any town center, without any village idle, and now be careful with the fight, big fight incoming. He's gonna snipe the monks, Viper is gonna snipe the monks, and that's terrible because the camels are there. The Scorpion is gonna help. Look at the scout, the micro from the Viper is being sick on point, and he probably is going to clean absolutely everything.
He will, absolutely. It's those camels, those cheap camels are just a great counter for anything you come out with, like Knights and Siege and that type of stuff. So Max is doing the right thing here by retreating, because you want to save as many units as you can. But it's going to be tough here. So all of a sudden, Max has a bit better economy, but a bit less military. So we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, and the monastery and the siege, bye-bye. He's doing redemption. Husbandry. Viper is doing even redemption in case that he's gonna come with some siege. What the hell? Another town center, 3 TCs. Nice going home. But TheMax instantly is doing 2 extra barracks. He's gonna go full pikes?
I don't know, but it's funny. You see that siege shot from Viper on the left of Max's base there? That's gonna be hard for Max to deal with, because it's right on the hill next to his main gold. And his secondary gold and secondary stone. So there's tons of resources here for Max that are at play. And he doesn't see it yet either, so...
Yeah, and now China,
really
Mr. Chris, for a long time China was great to defend this because you could make redemption as well. Now, China doesn't have redemption anymore. So he's gonna go pikes, he will need siege at home on his own, right?
TheMax? Absolutely. And it looks like he's adding some crossbows. He's getting husbandry, 3 barracks, and a second archery range. That's a very big mix of units, eh? Archers, probably pikes with these 3 barracks.
But his boom is good.
And
I mean,
more nice.
he's still 10 dollars ahead with China economy, which is solid. But still, he's not mining a stone. A castle will help here a lot, and we should not forget. We should not forget that the Byzantines can go up to imp super cheap, and his units are super cheap as well. So be careful with this push.
Yeah, I'm a bit worried about this push, to be honest. It's on a hill. On top of that, there's no access to stone for Max inside his walls, and there's not a lot of wood left, to be honest. Like, that wood pile next to his gold was the main one. The other one's kind of out in the open. He's building his own seed shop there. He doesn't want to lose his main gold. And I don't know if you really have a choice to keep your main gold here. It's going to be tough to hold, I think.
Yeah, look at Chris, the amount of camels he has. Got a lot of camels, but he has crossbows now, +1, and he's gonna start to spam pikes probably now. He will need a sick micro with a future manual. For now, he doesn't have anything because he doesn't have a lot of gold. Likely, he has gold at the back. Oh, he's going a counter-attack with the knights? It seems so.
Looks like it, yeah, I think so. But that TC is going down. It's losing a lot of HP. He's repairing it. Very expensive. He's got a few crossbows here. Kind of in trouble.
Okay, let's see the
nice. He does have more
nice.
economy still.
Oh, Viper 4-ton sentence. I mean, how is possible after this push he got getting back? Now chambered in armor, siege war sub, monastery, and 3 mangonels pushing and still able to make 4-ton center, Chris.
Yeah, it looks like right now he's focused on his economy. He's not building any new military at the moment. Maybe 1 new monk, but he's just focusing on moving with all these 4 TCs, which is a Viper classic. You know, you do enough army to cause your enemies some heartache, mangonels and monks, and then you boom behind it. So definitely a useful strategy.
But he need economy.
Max's rays are.
But he need economy because look at the amount of army he has. I mean, he need more army. He has a lot of army already. He's pushing here with the camels. It's his crazy situation here. I don't know if what TheMax can do in this situation. It's incredible how Viper has changed the game completely.
Yeah, that's a very aggressive push in a very sensitive spot for Max. I think Max is gonna have a tough time with this just because that hill too, right? Those monks got redemption, so it's kind of like whatever you build, you're in a tight spot. So Max is trying to go for the stone on the right there. And I think if he had that earlier, like if it was somewhere in the back of his base, he would have had a chance to maybe build a castle by now. But with where it is, it's not really been an option for him.
Yeah, but you know what I smell is a Viper castle on his face. And if he's doing a castle there, what TheMax can do is gonna be terrible. He's coming with a lot of villains. He got good amount of pikes, yes. He got also 2 mangonels, but man, a castle there is deadly. It can be definitive. This can be definitive, man.
I agree. That's a brutal castle because that gives your main gold, your secondary gold, and your secondary stone. All 3 at once. And you're on a hill that can't really... And he tried to steal the mangonel there, so... I mean, I know the score is close and the villas are close, but that's a very, very difficult to deal with castle.
Really complicated. It's also true that TheMax, for now, has goal at the back, stone at the back as well, and he's taking it. He still have good population overall, almost the same if you see it. Billy is one ahead, now he lost the town center. The resources are looking good as well, but the map control is a completely domination right now for the Viper.
Yep, and that's the tough thing about camels, right? Camels and monks, like, you know, if you're just making knights and that type of stuff, you can get chased down by camels. And even a small amount of archers like this, they don't really stand a chance against the, 10 cheap camels from Byzantines.
Wow, look at on the right side, he's not walling that. Okay, he walled now and he's doing the town center. He needs to wall more because he's getting inside. He's sending out the pikes, but the TC is up, so he's okay. In the north, look what TheMax is doing. I mean, he's trying to go and push with rams and probably, I don't know, knight, light caps. He's doing a war tower, but the Viper is on the way to Imperial, man. It's on the way to Amp.
And Viper just scouted that right wood pile, how open it is. Like, there's 50 vills there on wood for Max, because he doesn't have any other wood piles. So if he goes over there with those camels, which he's trying to do with those 6 camels, that would be very, very, very sketchy for Max.
Yeah,
oh yeah, there they're going right now. So
it's ready there. It's ready there.
It's a brutal spot.
There. And no army, but that spot was very easy to wall. It wasn't like a really big gap. He doesn't have anything there. Population is still, well, now Viper is getting ahead. And no, the TC. It's impressive how he just changed the game, waiting a little bit, and it was one attack, and he came back completely in the game when it was looking good for TheMax.
He did, absolutely. Those camels were just a godsend at that point in time. He had enough resources for those 10 camels, those 2 stables, and that definitely made it easier to defend.
TheMax is trying to
really
get
tough
the TC.
for Max right here.
Yeah,
they're trying to push the TC there. I was gonna say that gets really tough for him right now because he's kind of stuck in Castle Age with his current resources, and Viper's almost an imp. So, I mean, even if he can kill a TC or 2 here, he's gonna see Trebs on his main TC very soon. And Byzantines, an early imp gets really good with fletching and these archers that are coming out now from Viper. And it looks like he's almost able. I think he'll be able to defend this TC and repair it to survive. Yeah,
it's crazy, man. It's crazy. Yeah, he killed the ram. But the thing is, look at the resources for the Viper. Look his economy. Look at the economy. He's doing all the upgrades he wants. It's just crazy. Another castle on his face. This is brutal domination in this game by the Viper with Byzantines versus China. As simple as that. And TheMax was playing really, really nice. But the Viper stopped his push. Let's say clear. Easily.
Yeah,
really
I think,
easily, man. Wow.
Yeah, I think that push from Max, it was tough. He almost needed to commit more and do 2 stables and more monks and maybe stay the same amount of siege and get in and try and go for the gold of Viper and try and keep that main gold away from him. But without that, it kind of snowballed in the other direction.
For me, I don't know if he did resign or not, but the game for me say end of game data. It say to me.
Yeah, Max resigned.
He resigned, right? Okay.
On mine.
Game is over. That was the case. He resigned. 2-0, man. 2-0. Crazy stuff. I mean, the game even wanted to quit, because it was, man, I don't know. I mean, the problem is that the decision making Viper is so strong and he knows exactly what he has to do. He was looking like super slower to Castle Age, but at the end he held it. I mean, he was trying to make a push. He just massed it without panic, and he cleaned completely the push with 1 attempt. Chris, what is this?
Yeah, very tough game. Yeah, no, it definitely needed. And that's the thing, right? With the 10 skirms from Viper in Feudal Age, I think if he had done just like full-on 2 stables, rams, and monks right away, he would have been able to get into Viper's base and maybe do some damage. Very
Really
good
great
decision
play.
making from Max there at the start, but it's hard to deal with those. You know, once we get a bunch of camels out from Byzantines, that can stop any night push very easily.
Yeah, but look at this again. I mean, more food for the Max. 4,000 more wood for the Max. But a lot more stone for Viper and gold. 3,000 more gold, you know. Same values, but decisions making was just on point. Viper with the 2-0 versus the Max. Wow, let's go for the next. Okay, we're getting then inside, and now we're gonna check absolutely everything. The Viper versus the Max, Chris with me, which is, well, like I said several times, and I would say again an honor. And Viper is on the right side as a yellow with Portuguese, the Vikings, and we were talking before the start that in the close one, the Vikings would be much better probably. In this one, Portuguese got probably the advantage. But according to the map generation, what do you think, Mr. Chris?
Well, I'm looking at it here, and it looks like Viper has it looks like he has a very open map. You know, he's got wood on both sides, and his gold is kind of forward. So, you know, the question is, do you go with the right wood and then the top gold there, and then the back berries, and then kind of just defend the whole right side of your base? Or do you go with the left side and the forests there and maybe the gold in the back? Not an easy decision. And then if we look at Max's base, it's very open as well, I would say. And I would say very comparable type maps for both players here. It looks like Max is going for that back wood, which is a little walk from the TC, but at least it's in the back there. Hard to say. I think it's a pretty fair map this time around.
Okay, I still think that at the end of the day, is decisions making even more than the map, right?
Definitely a big part of it, but I think you're also making a lot of decisions right at the start of the game here. Like, what am I doing? Where do I build my lumber camp? Am I defending this with walls? Is it a tower here? What am I trying to do? And you can see Viper did decide to go with the right side, and I think if I was in his position, I would do the same, because you're going to have to defend that gold. You want to defend your berries, and you can very easily do that if they're all in the same area. So from Max's perspective, he went for the backwood, and backwood's usually a common thing to do to keep your system safe. You know, your vills safe. But he is going to have his economy split. There's the berries in front, the gold in front, wood on the back. He is luring some zebras, and he's got one already, so that's good. And if we look at Viper here, he's doing the same thing with the ostriches. Grabbing one right now. So both players playing very similarly. Both with 4 on wood, so 4 on wood means you don't really know what strategy they're going to do.
Yeah, well, and the previous
Zebra
weekend,
went back.
yeah, again, oh my god, disaster. The last weekend, the Viper play with Portuguese, and honestly, since the units are cheaper, you don't need to mine gold for make the trash. And that's amazing, man. Super
That's
smooth.
a big addition. It's
Yeah.
it makes it easier for sure. And it's one of those bonuses that I think is slightly underrated, just because if you're making monks in Siege, like that's you can almost make 15% more army, and anything like that is a huge bonus in a game like this. So
yeah, it's absolutely, and also you can make a transition to feudalage smoother because you are focused completely on the food. Just look at Viper right now; he's focused completely on food, and I think he's gonna make now the barrack between exactly. Look at the barrack already before the mill with the on the berries, and this is looking well sharp, looking smooth, but barrack as well for the Max. Pretty much the same strategy.
yeah. They're both doing a fast rush here, so you know what? That makes it interesting because it's the same strategy. It's going to be more about execution, I think.
Yeah, but if you check, Chris, Viper has 4 villages on wood, and with 4 villages on wood, he's still doing the barrack at the same time than the Max. Max got already 6 villages on wood, so I like a little bit more the build order right now, because he got 4 on wood, everything else on foot. I guess the transition to feudal is gonna be so quick for the Viper.
It is, but it's tough to say. I'm not sure what Max is doing here, because that extra wood is very commonly a decision you do when you want to wall in and go to Castle Age.
Yeah.
So
okay.
if you put 6 on wood, you very commonly are just going to wall in, build some extra farms, and I mean, if he towered his front gold and walled in this whole map, you probably could sneak there. I'm not sure I would try it.
Well, Chris, definitely. Just take his point of view. Look at the huge China walls he's doing. Probably you read the game perfectly, and he's starting to wall. And honestly, if the Max can make a good transition to Castle with the Vikings and kicking the hand card, well, then is the way to go.
It is, definitely. And I mean, I'm watching these militia here, and it looks like Max just got attacked by a lion there. And Viper has his scout nearby. Oh, okay, Max is bringing his scout in too. So if you're in a militia war, you do want to make sure your scout's nearby, just in case you do fight. Kind of helps you out a little bit. But Max is walling off that left side as well. But I think if he was going castle, he probably would have walled it a little bit to the other wood. We'll see, I guess. Okay, Max is about to see. Is he going to get hit by the rush? Yep, couple hits. And to be honest, this is the part where if you know he's drushing and you know you're about to run into it, I think you pull back a little bit just so you don't fight by the vills.
Okay. So do you think then
we'll see. I mean,
okay, go.
Yeah, I'm just thinking. I think it's actually fair. You know, he's doing fine there. I mean, he's definitely distracting Viper, keeping his militia at home. And if you're gonna go, you know, like Max is still not up, while Viper is gonna click up in a second here. So that's where I wonder, like, you know, Max is dropping a bunch of farms here. Like, that's 4 farms already. That's more than you'd see if you're going straight to feudal.
No, he's castle.
More often than
he's
not.
going castle age, Chris. You are right.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, he's castle. But it's kind of weird that he did those definitely not greedy walls too close to his base. But hey, if he's doing a smooth transition to castle, he's gonna be castle in 16-17 minutes. So why not? He could be up quite fast, and he still keep Viper busy at home, so he's completely fine at home.
That's a very good idea too. And if you're going to go fast castle, you want to keep your opponent's army at their own base as long as possible. So that's why he's not even engaging this. But you sometimes do want to fight as well, because then they won't turn into men-at-arms later if you can kill 1 or 2. But he's targeting the scout right now, because he doesn't want Viper to have the information.
Yeah, but the map is still super open. He's gonna lose those militia. He wants to kill the scout. Let's see if he's gonna be able to kill. Don't think so. He's going to the TC. Ooh. And well. That's a problem now, because Viper can see all. Go.
He better close this part on his berries there, just to the left, or else those militia are going straight there, and they might turn into men-at-arms. Okay, he just spotted it, and he's doing it. Good. Because that scout is also fast, so it'll make it there pretty quick.
What the hell? Stop, Chris. People gonna think that this is recorded games because you say and all what you say is happening. They're gonna think it's recorded games and we watch it, man. Chris, stop, please. On point, legendary Chris for a reason. Go. I'm just driving the action. I let you talk, and I'm proud of it. Let's go.
Yeah. So you see Viper there with the scout. You know, and this is why you want to wall it a little bit sooner. I mean, he obviously is going to finish it, but that way you don't have any distractions. You know, if it was 10 seconds later, those militia would be causing annoying problems for you. So, but it looks like he closed it off, which is really good. It also looks like Viper is just realizing that, okay, it's 12 minutes. My opponent isn't in feudal age. What's he doing? Is he going up to the next age? But at the same time, Viper is also doing the same thing. Look at that, 400 food. He's obviously not doing a mass amount of army. He's going, you know what? I'm making 1 range here. I'll get fletching just to do a little bit of damage, but then he's going to go up as well. So both players, I think, are going to end up fighting in early castle age here. I wasn't sure if Viper was going to do some sort of tower on that gold, but it looks like he's not going to.
No, he never do that, Chris.
I know, it's pretty uncommon. It's pretty uncommon for Viper to do that. Yeah. And it looks like it's almost too far away, too. That gold is, you know, it might be within range of a tower, but you don't know if your opponent has another gold in that dark area, so it's probably not worth it.
Yeah, and probably he's gonna expect, if he's gonna be up and make a counter tower too, it's gonna be useless, then I'm not gonna be that smooth economy. And Viper will have a smooth economy. Probably Viper will be up 1 minute later, maximum 2, than his opponent. Oh, but the Max is even doing double V tags. He's not gonna go directly for Castle Age. And of course, Scholar.
He did, Blacksmith. Oh, what? Well, that's very surprising to me. Very, very surprising.
Well, this is good, Chris, because now people notice that it's live games. You know what I mean? Because we need to fail a little bit. A little bit is fine, but only a little bit, okay? Well, it's gonna be now the skill.
Yeah.
Do you think a tower there for the Max? It's worth it. Seems.
No.
Yeah.
You don't need it. That skirm's going to be enough, especially once you got fletching. There's 3 archers, which is enough. Is probably not great for 1 skirm, but you get 2 skirms in a second. You can repair that house. But it does slow his castle time down. So actually, they're both going to castle at the same time, ish. Maybe Viper's even a bit quicker now, which is unfortunate for Max because I think that would have been his early edge.
Yeah, he threw the potential advantage, no?
Yeah, and I think the other thing too is you see Viper doing a stable right now. I mean, you're going to see that Portuguese combo I was talking about. Knights, Archers, Mangonels, Monks. All 4 of those units are so much cheaper with Portuguese. So, and with that forward gold for Max, it's not going to be easy to deal with, I don't think. But we'll see. We'll see. They go to Castle Age here.
Okay, well, little by little with all those buildings, you can see how the Viper is walling out. So absolutely everything. Another house and a palisade gate, and he's completely safe. And yeah, they're gonna be up castles almost the same time. But like you say, now it really seems that the combination, the army composition, potentially from Portuguese is gonna be better.
It is. The economy will still be better for Vikings, but that gold is another one. It's kind of like the last game where it's you can't put a TC on it very easy. It's forward. It's kind of at the bottom of that hill where the barracks is. You know, it's not a fun situation to be in. So I'm hoping Max has enough army to defend this, because it really looks like Viper's going, 2 ranges and one stable already, which is not a small amount of army. I wouldn't expect him to make any TCs right away. Probably more focused on the military. And I think he's going the stable to deal with any of the skirms, and then just mass archers behind it.
Okay, but let's see if it's gonna happen. Now, gold mining upgrade also. Well, if the units are even cheaper, he's also doing gold mining upgrade. So smooth gameplay here by the Viper. So smooth, little by little wall. He didn't do any damage. They're going for the Castle Age approach. It's crazy how the players, even if the maps are open, they try to avoid the feudal age aggression. Almost they try to go Castle Age as soon as possible, man.
Yeah, very true. And I'm looking at this too, and I'm going, Max, stop deleting those walls. Just put a gate there. So it's always sketchy. As the second Viper hits Castle Age here, I'm actually a bit worried for Max's base right now. It's just single palisade layers of walls, and that can almost, with the range, almost hit that gold pile, or even the Berryvilles. And Max is deciding, do I go offensive? And I think he's going offensive here. But that house doesn't have a lot of HP either, so...
Oof. That's truth, man. Castle Age.
Drop a siege shop, Max. Drop a siege shop. Yeah.
He definitely need. Hopefully he's not gonna be too greedy, but he's not dropping absolutely anything. He's trying to, the counter attack for the Max, but the Max could see the woodland. He definitely can. He's gonna take it or not. He got some skirmishes, but that's not gonna be enough. Chris, he's now doing the tower. No tower. Why not siege? Why not siege our shop? I don't understand. But now he's there with the crossbows, and the Viper cannot see it, and Viper is gonna start to lose villagers. 1 villager down, 2 villagers down. No, only 1. But at least he's forcing him to move the wood. But man, 2 villagers down for the Max. Why he did the tower now? I mean, or you do before, or don't do it at all.
It was actually okay. It turned out all right. I mean, it's not ideal, but it's not bad. Like, he is still massing archers there. He didn't lose his gold. At least Viper won't get too much into his economy. Just kind of block 2 farms, and he's doing the university right now. So he is trying to mass ranged units and going elite skirm. So if you're doing an attack and a defense at the same time, sometimes skirms are an option, especially with the Viking economy. So. But you do need enough to deal with those, whatever that is, 12 archers. Ooh, trying to stonewall there. Gotta do it quick and get out of there. Get out of there. Yeah. All right, you made it out of there. No problem.
Exactly that. No ballistic yet. Ballistic and the second armor. He gonna get the elite skirmishes. Honestly, he's still looking. Oh, he's seen, and the Viper doesn't have anything now, and the gold is exposed. The Max is there. He didn't notice that he was coming. Well, he's there with crossbow, but he's gonna pick some village. 1 village down. He's gonna pick another. This is a really good attack now for the Max because he's gonna have ballistic. He's on the farms and at home. The Max got archers and skirmishes with ballistic as well.
Yeah, it's actually doing pretty good there. Very defensive with those skirms and archers, kind of forcing Viper's army away and pushing this hill here. A couple knights will clean those crossbows, but definitely did some damage.
Oh, but he's gonna focus and kill villagers now, right?
Yeah.
Okay. 1 village down. Maybe another. No, just 1 only. Okay.
Yeah, and this is where Max definitely needs to clean that crossbow army up right now, because the knights are coming as well. from Viper, a few of them, and if you fight in the open field with those knights, I think it's a problem. But if you fight before that, you're probably okay. So, and that wood pile, ooh, just archers can camp behind that wood.
Viper got a village for
It'll be tough to deal with.
Viper got a village for
Oh,
He
yeah.
doesn't have any resources there. Well, he has
Go for the
siege
siege,
wars
okay.
up on the left again. Wow, Viper is going really aggressive when he reached Castle Age. Mr. Chris, really aggressive.
With Portuguese. Yeah,
Yeah, man.
Portuguese. Oh, it's
Crazy.
going for the wood. Look at the wood pile for Max. That's going to hurt.
And there, one
That's gonna
down,
hurt a
two
lot.
down, three down, three down, four down.
Four, yeah.
Disaster. He's moving, dancing. Yeah,
Yeah.
you can dance whatever you want, but Viper is on point. And now, even if your archers and skirmishes are there, the village is different. Is 6 villages. Of course, you have the hand card. While Viper, to be honest, he doesn't have even wheelbarrow with
Yep.
Portuguese.
So you got 18 vills idle on that wood pile. It's just painful.
Yeah, but he's cleaning all.
He is cleaning it up, though. That's good. Yep. Cleaned it up.
Cleaning
That's good.
everything. Cleaning everything, and honestly, that TC is really good. Finally, he got a wood safe with the goal, and he can now go attack the Viper, because Viper lost a lot in that attack. A lot. And he need to make damage because Viper is 8 villages ahead.
Yep, definitely. And he's pushing on the left here, and that's a little annoying to deal with without a siege shop. Okay, Max is dropping a siege shop there, too. And Viper did invest in the archer armor upgrade, too, so he was obviously thinking it was going to be an archer war.
Wow, yeah, he invested in everything. I think he doesn't have the Thunder, but ballistic he got. He's gonna make a mangonel. He's getting closer and closer. Dangerous, very dangerous situation.
that
He's
wood.
getting into the woodland. He's now migration, Mr. Chris. Total migration now.
That's brutal. 17 villagers migrating. Like, that's huge, right? Because not only are you walking somewhere, but you're not getting any
And
resources
Chris,
while you do that.
sorry,
so.
why he didn't wall? He should wall that, because if the crops are now going... Okay, he's bringing a house. Okay, he's gonna make a house.
Yeah. He's got a garrison mangonel, I think.
Oh,
That's good.
mangonel
You
down.
managed to get one. That's good.
But now...
The other one,
Now...
you won't get another one,
Unfortunate. Okay, he's counter-attacking. Now he's trying to go aggressive. I think he's doing right decisions now. The Max, for sure. But Viper is on point. Look at on the right side. Look at on the right side in that TC from the Max. The Max didn't notice the
jeez.
multitasking, man.
Ooh.
Multitasking. 15 bill is different. Is disaster already.
That's very brutal, actually. Yeah, that's tough to come back from. Ooh, and that mangonel on a hill also managed to kill another one, right?
He lost another, man.
On the left.
Viper.
Yeah.
Viper
yeah.
is taking Chris all the fights. Crazy all the fights, man. Wow.
Yeah, and he's got a 3 TC boom going behind it too, which is actually doing pretty good. Max doing some raids here. Gonna pick off a vill or two, I think. Ooh. Oh, but not in range of the TC. That's gonna hurt.
Okay.
Picked off a
see?
mangonel on the top by his base. That's good.
Well, and there is action all over now, Chris, because yes, there is now with the
There is.
arts, he's gonna wall, he didn't wall. No, don't send the village, he's gonna lose even more villages. Oh my god, he's losing 3 villages. I can't watch this anymore. I'm sorry to say.
That was painful. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was painful.
Damn. Look at the village different, Chris. It's
I know.
insane. Insane.
Yeah, 50% more vills. When you say it that way, it's 50% more vills. Ooh. That's a lot.
I mean, let's be
Max is
honest.
still doing some damage here.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
let's be honest, Viper is playing so well. I mean,
He is. He's playing very well.
really, really good. Like Hira did in the previous series. They has played incredibly smooth both. I mean,
Yep, definitely. And he's sending one knight to clean up those last 3 skirms. Getting some good economy here. Good
because do
booming.
you see
And,
big mistakes? Do you see big mistakes from the Max in, for example, in these games? Like big mistakes?
No,
man.
not big mistakes. No, it's the first game was a few small ones that were adding up to some frustration with the zebras, and then onto the walling and that type of stuff. But no, the other games he's played very well, and it's just tough to play against someone of this caliber.
Wow. Okay, well, let's see. Now Crowd was coming. He's trying to make some damage. He was trying to make, well, he's trying to do and doing a siege wars up in front. The score difference is surprisingly, well, close, because probably the Vikings, well, not even will borrow for the Viper, so might be that.
Yeah, I think the score is a little deceiving when you're ahead by 23 villagers, and Viper has 23 more vills and more army, so I think it might be some exploration and maybe a couple techs or something, but. And Viper spotted that siege shop on the right, unfortunately, for Max. Is breaking the wall there.
And maybe he's not even doing the siege wars up. No, he did it in the last second. But but it's complicated because the Viper still have more army. That's the biggest problem here. And now Viper, that he really knows that he got a huge advantage, is dropping several stables to spam army in Castle Age. That's it.
Those cheap knights are going to be extremely powerful. Especially when Max did, he's doing archers now, but he had some skirms earlier and some mangonels. So I think Viper's probably going to go full out Castle Age here and just clean it up. I think is probably the most likely.
If the Max don't resign before, because I'm afraid that he can do that. I don't want to say that because I'm being anti-hype myself, but this is being a domination again, Chris.
Yeah, this is a tough game. I mean, I think if Max had done a few things slightly differently, it would have been a touch closer. But it was a very hard game with that forward gold and just all the issues, and then the wood pile getting hit from that range.
Maybe the siege was up earlier at home without needing to make that tower, or make the tower before too, but the siege was up was needed to counter. Yeah. He was like a little bit greedy, let's say.
Yeah. And then I think the other thing too is if you don't respond right away, you're like, okay, there's only 8 archers, but there's actually 12. And right when you see the other 4, you're like, oh crap, that's going to be a problem. You kind of panic there because you might have been like, oh, my 4 skirms are probably good enough. I'm going to get the elite skirm upgrade anyway. No big deal. And then you're like, oh crap, no, I can't deal with that. So, I got to make sure I don't lose on the spot type of thing. So, but sometimes it's hard to tell that.
But you say that, Chris, when you check what happened in this game, and now you notice that he's about to go up to Imperial TheMax, if he took those small decisions, Vikings' economy really destroyed, man. He's up to Imperial now.
Yeah, I'm actually very surprised. Max is doing very good right now. He's rebooming very solidly, and he's got a good mix of his economy. Yeah, those archers have been distracting for a long time on the left there. I mean, I think they'll probably die here, but
yeah, but that's the problem now. That the Max now will be an imp without any army at all, and the Viper has 30 villages more.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah, and he's just going full out Castle Age. He's got how many knights here? 10, 12, and knights are just great. I mean, if he sends them over to that right side, he clears the rest of Max's army, and Max is going Arbalest, it looks like, from all those archery ranges by his right TC there. But the thing is, his third gold is way off to the left by Viper's Siege Shop. And the 2 other golds are probably, I don't know, 5 minutes out. So you got to do a lot of damage right before that. And this raid is looking... Ooh.
Yeah,
that wood pile that those 3 knights are going for, that's going to hurt a lot.
Knight plus 2, knights in the main TC on the right side, only 2 town center for the Max. The population difference is insane. Not looking really good. He's walling the woodline, which is good. Now hand card for the Viper. Viper is also with 51 farmers, while the Max got right now 7.
Yeah, and those knights all over the place are just hard to deal with. The Mangonel too on the main TC. And mass crossbows still from Viper there.
Wow. Well, he's doing all the thumbering. Viper is still not going up. He's waiting to leap because it's true that the Arbalest can maybe make a difference here. Let's see if with Bresser and the Arbris he can do the job. But the problem is that Max economy is at the limit completely.
Yeah, and with that... even with Imp, you might be able to defend for a little while with some Bracer and Arbalest. But the second Viper retreats a little bit and just goes Imp, it's kind of going to be over.
Oh,
Yeah, he did
good
save his
micro there.
archers there. That was smart. That was smart. Smart TC jump in there.
Yeah, he did a good job. But let's see, he's taking some good fight, really good fight. But now, if you want to make some really big damage, he need to attack instantly right now. But the problem is 76 population, Viper 162, 162. Chris, he can just spam now. Well, let's skirmishes transition, light caps. He's just and look at the castle on top of that hill. He has the game completely under control.
Yeah, and he's adding light cab, he's adding skirms, he's doing the whole mix, the castle on the hill. He's just basically saying, your first attack wave, I'm going to have enough army to deal with it, and I'm not going to go in. I'm just going to make sure I spend all these resources on killing that army. And his right archers are going into raid. He's just letting a few skirms take some shots. Not too worried about them.
Okay, well, Arbalest and his skirmishes has to be careful. Right now, he's gonna take it. Yeah, but man, he's more than double the values. More. Well, now
Yeah,
not more,
yeah.
but almost. It's crazy.
And Viper is going to imp right now, so
Wow.
you really got to do a lot of damage right now, I mean, those Arbalests are having trouble with all those cav. A lot of military there.
Crazy games and Chris, seriously, crazy domination. Seriously by the Viper.
Yep, and the Viper's tough to deal with, so you get games like this where you got your forward gold and it's kind of a messy game, and you're fighting against the Viper. It's going to be a tough series.
Castle in front, on top of that hill, population 85, 175. Now he's again double the population, raiding all over, and we're gonna see the GG call really soon. And I'm sad, Chris, because I wanted to cast 3-2 cities with you, but we got two beasts like Hira and Viper that are serious, well, favorites to win this tournament for a reason.
Definitely, and we'll get somewhere in the future, I'm sure, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but yeah, it looks like Viper's dropping another forward castle here by all his forward army. He's making a few organ guns just for the hell of it, I guess. Got skirms, archers, knights, light cav, a very big mix of army here. He's still watching the left side with the mangonel and building a ram there as well.
GG, man. GG. We were waiting for this 3-0, the Viper with the 3-0, super smooth, and picking Byzantines and Portuguese. So when he reached quarterfinals, that he's gonna wait in quarterfinals, Chris, the winner between Mr. Yo and Chart, because Mr. Yo lost yesterday, and now that he said in the interview he don't want to face the Viper. Now he's gonna have to face the Viper if he's winning in the quarterfinals, and that happens because if you don't, well, if you don't make your homework in early stage, you're gonna get a worse bracket later, and this is what happened with some players, and potentially the Viper versus Mr. Yo in quarterfinals, Mr. Chris.
Wow, yeah, that'll be a good match. I'm definitely looking forward to see that one and see what happens there. Obviously, Viper has shown he's outstanding, and Mr. Yo is also an amazing player, and I have a ton of respect for him. So I think it would be a very exciting series, and I hope we see that.
The last time they face in big tournament, Mr. Yo won the Viper 4-0, and then as so much 7 games played, 7-0. Mr. Yo, so imagine how the Viper has. Well, I don't think so that Viper matters. Cares too much about that, but obviously quarterfinals he will want to win, and a note motivation, but as well can be absolutely amazing.
Yeah, should definitely be a heated series if that's the case. I didn't realize that's what happened before, so but I've played with both of them before in history, and I've had a tough time with both of them, so I'm definitely looking forward to them going at it full tilt in a big tournament like this.
Well, but let's wait first because Mr. Yo need to win Chart. Chart is the surprise of the tournament. Of course, Mr. Yo should be favorite there, but we have seen crazy upsets in the tournament so far. And well, favorites are favorite. Well, you have to prove that you are favorite. The Viper 51 largest army, TheMax 27 economy. You can see the economy here, and that was a total domination, guys. Let me get Mr. Viper here. Let me see the Viper. Mr. Viper. Do you hear me, Mr. Viper?
Sorry?
Do you hear me?
Yes, I do.
Okay, you are here live, amigo. Congratulations, Viper.
Thank you.
And you are doing Portuguese scary to everyone now.
Well, they are the best civ for a reason.
Okay. No, let's go no trolling anymore. I mean, I'm not gonna troll for sure. How did you feel with your perform today?
First two games were bad, but the last game was pretty solid. So I guess job done at least.
Were bad? Do you mean that in general, but for both, because you didn't feel that well? There was some mistakes also for TheMax in the first. Let's explain us a little bit what you mean with that.
Just like gameplay wise, it didn't feel too great. I don't think he played too great either of those two games. But I was able to make less mistakes those games. I had a massive misclicking game too, where I pulled like probably 40 villagers to the misclick of death. That just messed with my eco so much. But Byzantines, helpful in that regard. But yeah, no, I felt like my own performance in those two games weren't great. Decision making was good for the most part, but micro wise, it wasn't great. But the third game was pretty solid, so I'm satisfied with that.
Well, the third game was smooth. I mean, not a single thing that it went bad.
But it's easy to get a good civ,
Yeah. Okay. You can't avoid the troll. Okay, you can't avoid it. You want to?
I don't. Why troll? It's great.
No. Yeah. Orjan Gans. Orjan Gans.
Check
right?
the win rates. Check the win
Okay.
rates. Though,
Yeah. You make it 2-0, right?
All I see is percentages.
Okay. Well, like you said, the job is done. You are now in quarterfinals. Congratulations.
Thank you.
We can talk a little bit about yesterday because nobody expected some results there, right?
Well, I've been training with Doubt, and the plans were laid, and I was sure Doubt could easily take the series from Lyria with the plans he had at the end. So I wasn't surprised. Obviously before the tournament, I wouldn't suggest that Doubt could win Lyria, but given how practice went and the strategies that kind of were laid, I wasn't surprised that when he was down 2-0, when he was lamed in the third game, I did close the stream because I was like, okay, this is over anyway. And then he managed to come back. So I'm not surprised in the end because he had a really good preparation for it and a great training partner. And but yeah, still, it's definitely an upset.
Okay, but let's go more from the other side because in the now you're gonna face the winner between Mr. Yo and Chart. And Mr. Yo in the interview, I don't know if you have seen, he said, "I don't want to meet the Viper." And then he loses versus MBL. That I don't know if you consider that's an upset. I really think that between MBL and Yo is, a 3-2 for any player can happen.
Yeah, I agree. I think Yo and MBL are pretty much 50-50. In general, I would say Yo might be slightly stronger on most, like in a more versatile tournament, but I think for Arabia only, it's definitely 50-50. So it's not a big upset there either. So yeah, most likely we'll have Yo in the quarterfinal now. I don't think Chart will be able to beat him. So I am expecting to face Yo, but yeah, I'll feel confident going into that series. So
okay, so to face
should
Yo,
be fun.
Okay, to face Yo, do you think the perform you saw today is an oath, or do you think you need to be one step ahead?
The third game performance should be fine, but the first two games depends on how Yo plays as well, right, and how the draft goes. But yeah, we'll have to see. I think I'm not sure about Yo's shape right now. He hasn't looked the best, I think. I didn't watch his games against Sita, but I heard even back in the qualifiers that he wasn't looking too sharp against Sita. So who knows how he's playing these days? But I think Yo, whenever he plays against me, he's always able to turn it up to his best. So it should be a good series either way. The only concern for me is that it's a best of 5. So if if you lose one game, you lose 2 games, suddenly you're out almost. So best of 5 is very short, but I will still feel pretty confident.
Well, no, we were considering maybe to change to best of 7, but if I do that now, they will say that it's because you say it. So now, no, it's,
No.
I'm
I think
joking.
I actually think most players would want best of 7. I mean, look at the quarterfinals we'll have. We'll have most likely Hera, well, against Leary or Nico. That's also, that could be a final even.
Yeah.
You have me against Yo, probably. You have Doubt against Tato, MBL against TheMax or Dogao, I think. So, I mean, if those matchups aren't worth best of 7, then I don't know. But obviously, I mean, changing it now might be, it could be disadvantageous for some people and advantageous for others. So
it's crazy. Well, the how the people is playing make it, well, best of 7 or best of 9. It's so many games, but still, you are right. And what it makes those quarterfinals more dangerous, it's also more difficult. Like the best of 3 in the first round, no? So you have to play your best all the games.
What do you mean best of 3?
What I mean in the best of 5, it's what I mean that is more dangerous. I'm confirming what you said. Like the best of 5 is more dangerous in any situation because it's not that long series at all.
Yeah, I mean, it's just get lamed one game and you're down 1-0, get lamed another game, then you're down 2-0, and suddenly, knife is on the throat. So
do you think it's super easy to lame, or it's more or less okay with the map?
It's not easy. It's about, I think it's a good balance for laming on this map. It's not easy, but I mean, it still happens, right? So
it's possible.
Yeah, it's possible, but I don't think you're going to have any clear laming wins. Maybe 1 or 2 or 3 here and there, but not like massive ones.
Okay, I'm gonna make the last question because it's getting late. Why did you ban the Turks, man?
I mean, I have to ban something, right? And I don't want to get rid of the good cities. So
okay.
I'm rotating to not offend anyone. So
to all the countries? Okay.
Yeah, exactly. I don't want to offend anyone. So
we can expect something strong in the quarterfinals, some good ban in the quarterfinals.
We'll see. Quarterfinals have to be a little bit more thought out. But yeah, we'll see.
Okay, well, Viper, thank you for coming and congratulations. And we want to see all the games then, like the 3rd game, okay?
All right, sounds good. All right, see you guys.
Bye-bye, man. Well, guys, you can see how Viper seems to be really worried and how perfectionist he is. He wasn't happy with his perform when we thought that it was absolutely amazing. Hopefully, guys, you really have enjoyed.